From Tales of the Crypt to Tales of Cryptology, located just outside of Baltimore, you'll find a museum dedicated to one of the oldest professions in history. Do you think you can crack the code?
Hi, I'm Patrick Wheaton. I'm the curator of the National Cryptologic Museum, and we're located just outside of Fort Meade, Maryland. Well, cryptology basically is a word that was invented by one of the great pioneers of at least American cryptology, William Friedman, and it simply means the making and breaking of codes.
William Friedman was also the leader of the team that decrypted Japan's purple cipher machine in World War II. And it just so happens that he was first introduced to cryptology from a short story written by none other than Edgar Allan Poe. I guess great minds really do think alike.
The purple analog is one of our most precious and important artifacts. It is the device that decrypted the famous 14-part message that came from Tokyo to the Japanese embassy in Washington. Now, because of the efficacy of the machine, we were able to break that 14-part message, and we had it in our hands. The Japanese diplomats were not able to decrypt it until very late, and that resulted in them presenting the document to American policymakers about 20 minutes to a half hour after the attack on Pearl Harbor had begun. So the purple analog is a critical part of our nation's history, and again, one of our most treasured and important artifacts. One of our most popular attractions is the German Enigma. The Enigma was a device that allowed the German military to communicate on a tactical basis.
And there sure was a reason it was called the Enigma. At the time, it was the most complicated cipher machine that had ever existed. But this didn't stop the Allied cryptologists from cracking the code.
On paper, theoretically, there was no way that the Allies should have ever been able to break Enigma. But through a combined effort of Polish code breakers, English code breakers, and finally American code breakers, they were able to achieve success and break the German Enigma code.
Today, historians believe that because of the Allies' ability to read and act upon Enigma's encrypted messages, the war was significantly shortened and countless lives were saved.
Cryptology, used properly, particularly during wartime, can help you achieve victory, and it can also save lives. So it's not too much of an exaggeration to say that because of the lives that were saved in World War II, there are probably a lot of people walking around today who would not be alive were it not for the fact that the Allies were able to use cryptologic elements and methods the way that they did.
And here at this museum, not only can you see a real German Enigma machine in action, but you can also learn how to make and break your own codes.
We have two actual Enigma devices, authentic ones, that actually work. So if you want to operate an Enigma machine, you can come to our museum and you can find out what it's like.
From simple symbols to complex machinery, cryptology has proved time and time again to be a necessary and powerful tool throughout human history.
I think the major reason that people need to come here is because cryptology is something that most people don't think about. And what we try to do here is to develop an appreciation amongst our visitors for the fact that cryptology has been a critical factor in so many events throughout human history.